Today we're looking at Diamine's Oxblood. Hi, I'm Adam, and I'm an ink guy. I get inks, test them, and share the results with you. Now, Diamine's Oxblood is kind of a red-brown ink. To make sure I have a range of experience with this ink, I do the writing samples, I put the ink into a different pen for a day, I then put it into a Noodler's Nib Creeper to take my notes for this video. Now before we look at the writing samples, let's look at the sciencey bits. Up first is the chromatography, and I agree with Vita that I've learned a lot by doing multiple chromatographies. The one on the left is done the way it's supposed to be done. I put a line of ink down and immediately put it into water for 10 to 15 seconds. And we see this gray across the bottom, and the gray very barely pushes up. You do see some oranges come in, and then the reds, and a line of brown across the top. Interesting mix. Now the one on the right, I let dry for 10 minutes before I put it into water. And if it was not for the lowercase d that is at the top, I would have no idea which of these was actually the one I let dry and which is the one that I did immediately, which sort of makes me feel that only that line on the bottom is what's probably going to stay around. Resistance tests are done to see how this ink can be expected to perform on the page, and more importantly, how hard it might be to clean from your pens. Now I let the smear dry for 3 days before testing it. Looking at the highlighter, it handles it fair enough. It goes from an extra fine to just under a medium. It doesn't blow out and become unreadable. I would feel safe using this as a note taker. Water only lifts all of the darkest tones, but leaves plenty of that red behind. I don't know that water is going to be enough to get this out of your pen. That's odd. Diamine's not normally like that. Now, Pen Flush did everything water did and a bit more. You do see the beginnings of the white of the paper wanting to come through. Not coming through, but wanting to come through. But that was only 30 seconds that was put down and immediately dabbed up. I do believe that Pen Flush is all that's going to be needed to get this out of your pen. Now with that, the bleach completely removed it from the page. I don't think it's going to take a 1/3 bleach solution to get this out of your pen. For the inks I've tested, I found an average viscosity of 2.5, with the realm of normal being from 2.1 to 2.9. Diamine's Oxblood has a viscosity of 2.13, making it normal. Low side of normal, but normal, or the wet side. To find my average dry times, I use my writing samples done with the extra fine and medium nib on Clairefontaine, Tomoe River, and Rhodia paper. For the inks I've tested, I have found an average dry time of 17 seconds, with the realm of normal being from 13 to 21 seconds. Diamine's Oxblood has an average dry time of 14 seconds, making it normal, and on the fast side of normal. Now, let's look at the writing samples. I picked this ink up in sample form. Yep, it's fantastic. Keep my writing samples consistent. I use a Jinhao 159 with a Goulet 1.1 stub. I use a Jinhao X450 with a Goulet medium and a Jinhao X750 with a Goulet extra fine. Let's take a look at Clairefontaine. No bleeding, no ghosting. The 1.1 has an amazing color all the way through in everything. This ink, spot on. The 1.1 has no feather, spread, halo, sheen, no shade. The extra fine has the exact same tone with no feather, spread, halo, sheen, no shade, 5 seconds to dry. So nice. The medium has the exact same tone as the extra fine. It has no feather, spread, halo, sheen, or shade, 8 seconds to dry. The scrubby for both showed us no color variation. We weren't expecting it. We didn't get it. The smear test, you couldn't smear this. Look at that. Great. Tomoe River. No bleeding. Yes, it has ghosting. The 1.1 has no feather, spread, halo, sheen, no shade. The extra fine is a slightly lighter tone with no feather, spread, halo, sheen, no shade, 11 seconds to dry. Medium goes back to that beautiful, dark, red-brown tone. Oh, it's so nice. The medium has no feather, spread, halo, sheen, no shade. 31 seconds to dry. Totally worth the wait. The scrubby for both show us no color variation. We didn't expect it. We didn't get it in the smear test. You could recover this if you smeared while you were writing. Rhodia. No bleeding and no ghosting. The same exact tones as we saw before. The 1.1 is no feather, spread, halo, sheen, no shade. The extra fine is a slightly lighter tone with no feather, spread, halo, sheen, or shade, 7 seconds to dry. Nice. The medium is a darker tone, the darkest tone on this page, with no feather, spread, halo, sheen, no shade, 19 seconds to dry. So worth 19 seconds. The scrubby for the extra fine and the medium show no color variation. We didn't expect it. We didn't get it. And the smear test, you definitely can recover this if you smear while you're writing. So I go to Apica. The Apica CD notebooks, I very much enjoy them. The only place it came through is where I'm putting the scrubby down, and it looks like I'm scratching through the page. Other than that, no bleeding and no ghosting. The 1.1 has no feather, spread, halo, sheen, no shade, 4 seconds to dry. The medium, slightly darker tone. Back to what we saw with the 1.1. No feather, spread, no halo, no sheen, no shade, 11 seconds to dry. So worth the 11 seconds to dry, without a doubt here. And the scrubby for the extra fine and the medium, no color variation. We didn't expect it. We didn't get it. And the smear test, look, barely smears. It's amazing. It's really nice. Oh yeah. Nemacine, or nemacinine, or yeah, that one. No bleeding except in the spot where I'm scratching through the page. Me being an idiot. Other than that, we have no bleeding, no ghosting. The 1.1 has no feather, spread, halo, no sheen, no shade. I don't need shading. I don't need any properties from this ink. The color's so beautiful. The extra fine, the exact same tone as the 1.1 with no feather, spread, halo, sheen, or shade, 4 seconds to dry. Now the medium becomes a darker tone. It has no feather, spread, halo, sheen, or shade, 11 seconds to dry. It's such an amazing looking color. Oh my goodness. The scrubby of the extra fine shows some color variation, but I didn't get any up here. And the medium shows none, and I didn't get any. The smear test, you could definitely recover this if you smeared it. Fabriano, Echo Qua. The only spot it starts coming through is the scrubby where I'm putting it down. Stupid thick. Other than that, we have no bleeding, no ghosting. The 1.1 has no feather, spread, halo, sheen, no shade. The extra fine is the exact same tone with no feather, spread, halo, sheen, or shade. It only took 3 seconds to dry. Now this is a little more absorbent paper, but it is great. If you haven't used this paper, you need to get some and try it. The medium, the exact same tone. All the way through all of this writing sample. No feather, spread, halo, sheen, or shade, 7 seconds to dry. The scrubby for both show us no color variation. We didn't expect it. We didn't get it. And the smear test, without a doubt, you could recover this if you smeared while you were writing. That is all that I have for the writing sample. Instead of finding inks that look like Diamine's Oxblood, I would prefer to find an ink that complements its color on the page. I've chosen Omas Blue because I really only have that one bottle and I don't think I'll ever be able to replace it, and I want to put it with pretty inks. Before I give my opinion on this ink, I would ask, if you've enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. And if it's your first time here, I would invite you to subscribe. So what do I think of Diamine's Oxblood? I like it. I can't imagine a person who likes using fountain pens because of their inks that would not like this ink. If you don't like this ink, let me know in the comments below because I'm going to be in shock. This is a beautiful ink and it performs very well. Thanks for watching.